What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Dad?
What's up,
What's up,
bro?
Dad?
I ain't got my camera on.
Nah, it's not on.
What I gotta do?
Um,
Go to my settings or something.
yeah,
Settings on the app or settings on my phone. Out of my phone, right?
on the phone. It's just a video. Do you see it? Mm. Do you see anything, Dad? Yo, what's up, Dad?
What up, Doe?
What's going on?
What up, Jeff? Shit, I
Chilling,
don't know.
chilling.
Can't call it. Man, it looks like when I saw Vernice gonna join. What's up with that?
Yeah. She's gonna join a little later. She's actually been like a half hour late.
Sure.
I haven't heard anything from Mac.
Haven't heard from the Mac Daddy?
Nah,
Okay. I see. So what else going on? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just maintaining. I had the boys this week, and they still here.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I heard that shit. Yeah. Was good. They staying through the holiday?
No. I just had them for the weekend, so
Okay.
I'm just waiting for their mom to come pick them up.
I got you. That's all good, man. So otherwise, you good though?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no shit. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, I'm ready for. I'm ready. Shit. I'm ready. Man, your girl Kenny is a trip. We ain't recording, all we know.
Oh yeah, we live right now.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we live.
Are we? Oh man,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, you
Oh,
good,
man.
you good.
Oh man, my bad. I was just sitting here tripping, man. Maybe I need to get me a better vantage point and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, so what's going on, everybody? Damn, y'all caught me. I ain't know we were recording and all that. So I'm just kind of kicking it around the crib, man. Basically, doing, being domestic like a motherfucker, getting things done. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Watching the game. Vikings won.
Oh yeah, Vikings won.
Yeah, big ups to the motherfucking Vikings. It was a good game, man. It was a good game. So that was on and popping, and I watched that, and like I said, man, I was just being domestic like a mother. So hey, look here. Hold on, I'll be right back. If I have to step away.
Go ahead. I'm just waiting to hear from Mike.
All right, cool. All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
So where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
I don't go anywhere. I'm just doing the show, okay?
Okay. Daddy. Dad, I can't open it. Dad, you did that? You did that?
Yeah.
What's up? What's going on over there? What's happening? Who's that? Zane, that's Zane.
Oh, that's Zane.
What's up, Zane?
It's Zane.
What's up, Zane?
Yeah, come here.
Hey, man.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
How doing?
Yeah, talk to the mic.
What you doing?
You don't want to talk to the mic? You being shy?
You being
Why you being shy? Yeah.
That's all good.
All right, go to the grandma.
Oh, man.
You spilled it.
Oh, man, what I do?
Oh, sorry, Daddy. Sorry,
Oh,
Daddy.
It's all right. Well, go get a
Tissue.
tell grandma to bring a broom.
No,
Okay.
tissue. No, this.
No, that's not gonna work. You need a broom. Okay.
all right, man. So, yeah. So the Mac Daddy might be coming through, huh?
Yeah, he's coming in.
Okay. I don't know if I'm really camera ready, boy. I'm sitting over here all bumballing at the crib. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Go get a broom.
It's all good. See, when people watching this shit, that's why everybody should be like, at the crib doing this, so they ain't got all them filters and all that old shit. You know what I mean? That ain't real life.
Right.
Everybody out there getting down with the filters and all that. It's one thing to be playing around, give yourself some bunny ears or a little red nose or something like that. But if you're going off,
Bob, give me a broom.
trying to pass yourself
A broom.
that, then I think that ain't right.
He's supposed to candy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Definitely.
Daddy, it's
That's what
spelled.
I'm thinking. I'm
Again.
thinking representation. So.
It's one. Daddy.
Don't touch.
It's one.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Zane spilled something, so I just gotta clean it up real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, it is that.
That's kind of.
Damien,
Go
come
to
back.
grandma.
Daddy.
Yes, you know.
Oh.
That's okay.
All right, what we got going?
Yeah.
Next one, wash your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to grandma.
This isn't a contest, Pete. We're all gonna get prizes. Yeah, but I still want to. Is that faster than you can say Oh, I don't think I lost my shoe in here.
Oh dear, there's so much to do to get ready for the masquerade. Donald, maybe you can start by helping Goofy find his missing shoe.
See you later, fellas. Can we help you with any?
Well, I need some help finishing my costume. I'm going to be a princess for the masquerade ball. Oh, I already have a beautiful dress. But what else does it need?
Yeah.
Come in here, because Danny's doing this podcast. You can't go in and do it.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's get the show on the road.
All right. So, hey, so check it out. When I said,
Yeah.
oh man, I should have a better shirt. Look at my shirt. It's just terrible. People gonna think I need help. They're gonna say, wow, oh, Dad really needs some help. Oh man.
I feel a little old school.
Gonna put up like a GoFundMe page or something. You good? Get some deodorant, low.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta use that deodorant, y'all. You know, that's my son. You gotta remind kids like use deodorant. Motherfucker ain't using deodorant. You better tell them. Everybody, even grown folks, to tell the truth. You know, kids, you know, they pretty good. You know, once they get going on it, but grown folks, you know, and ain't no putting deodorant on. You know, without a bath, though. You know.
Yeah.
No more than a swipe or two, you know, if you just freshen it up.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah. Let me play something. I wanna see how it sounds.
All right, what you got? Man, I wish I can make this bigger. I can't make this. Okay, I got it. What if I turn it this way? No. Can I make this screen bigger? No.
How that sounds? Is it loud or
I can't hear it.
you can hear it? Uh-huh.
Oh, you talking about hear you? Man, I really got to. I should do something about my shirt, man. Hold on, can I do something about my shirt, man? You know,
Go ahead.
This one ain't a grown folk shirt. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. What in the world? This is not a grown folk shirt. said she's supposed to be heading out at 6:30. Okay, so this probably ain't the best one, but it's the closest one.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Oh, let me play this real quick. Let me see how it sounds on your end.
All right. Should go outside. Fuck yeah. Can't go outside?
You hear it?
I don't hear anything
You
now.
hear anything?
No, I don't hear anything.
Check my speakers.
It's a rough day, man. So working around the crib. I mean,
You hear it now?
now.
You hear anything? No?
That's
weird.
No. I don't hear Nathan.
Go on to grandma. Bring it to grandma. Go to grandma. Xavier. Go to grandma.
Zane, come in here.
Hey, Xavier. Go to grandma.
Xavier, come.
Go to grandma.
Did I tell you about the bother daddy? Xavier? Get your come. Lock your door. So the king come in.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Hey, what's up, Saucy Nation? It's your boy Jeff, and if you don't know right now, this is Saucy Conversation. This is our season 4. This is episode 6. Man, we are back. We are back live, man. We are live on YouTube right now. I got a couple of announcements to make, but before I do, I got my gracious co-host with me. Say what up to the nation.
What's up, everybody? Hey, it's your boy, Young Thad. I hope everybody's well. Good to see everybody. Haven't seen everybody in a while, so hope everybody's well, living their families.
Absolutely. As you know, we haven't been recording a lot of episodes lately. There's a lot been going on, and I just want to start with you hackers real quick who hacked my personal Facebook page and everything. So I've been trying to recover everything back, but I had to make a new Facebook page, and luckily we actually recovered our IG page. So we gotta have to start over with that. That's good news. But your hackers, y'all have nothing else to do with your lives. I mean, you want to hack other people's pages and scam people all damn day. Man, that's not cool, man. People work hard, man, and I put a lot of work in these pages, and for the nerve to start over, fuck all of y'all. But
no, but that's not, really though, no, that's not cool. I mean,
that's not cool, man.
Everybody got their right to their privacy and all that, and so if everybody was like dipping in yours, you'll be like, you'll be tight too. So don't do that,
Absolutely.
Don't do that shit.
Hold on, let me add the Mac Daddy onto it. Mac Daddy just joined the show.
Back in the house. Yeah, man. Like I said, I've been sitting around domestic all
The
day.
Mac Daddy in the house.
Yo,
What's up?
What's up,
it's
Mac?
Rick outside.
It is brick outside, man. It's getting up there, man. It getting close to the. No, it's the holiday season, like what they like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like I just brought me a winter jacket the other day, so everybody got his dress warm out there and everything.
Yeah.
What's up, Mac? How you doing, man? We just doing that introduction. How you doing, bro?
It's all good, all good. Just spending some family time with the little one, my little princess.
How's she doing?
Nah, she's doing good. Getting her weight up. They still want to keep her in for a few more weeks, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's blessed. I know me and Mac had hollered, talked about that at the acronym league, and so I'm glad to hear that off the top that she's still doing well. So blessed up off the top for that, Mac. Man, good to see you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. As you know, Saucy Conversation is sponsored by Click A Vodka.
Yes.
Go to our hit that link in our bio, and it will send you straight to Click A Vodka website. You actually have it delivered to your house if you like. And also, we are also sponsored by Holistic Remedies. Man, they got everything at CBD oil. They got everything. And so if you're ashy and all that good stuff, it's the winter time. So get you some body cream and stuff like that. They got all different flavors. My favorite is the bubblegum berry. So make sure you go get that support, and also you get 10% off. Just when you at checkout, hit that promo code HRME Saucy, and you get 10% off at the checkout. So, fellas, it's been a while. We have a lot to get into, but let's start with some current events with this verdict that we just had a couple of days ago. Rittenhouse verdict. He was found not guilty on all charges. What were you guys' thoughts on this trial, and how do you guys receive it? Do you believe this guy should be locked up, or do you think this was a fair trial and he got his day in court and he was found out guilty? Everything's fair. What do you guys think on that one?
What do you think, Mac?
Well, for the little bit I was able to stomach of watching some of the trial, it was weird. In my opinion, it felt like the judge was kind of coaching the defense a little bit with certain things that it just seemed too weird to me. But to be clear of all charges, to be a minor, obtaining a firearm illegally, crossing state lines, and then taking the lives of two people and threatening the mass of others during a protest, and then receiving a high five from law enforcement when he's walking back towards the police line. I don't know, maybe it's because of the environment I grew up in, but I can't think of any police force where somebody can just casually walk up into the police lineup with a sidearm like they're one of the good old boys, and they chop it up in the break room. I don't. It's a different world for me. I don't come from that reality. So, but should he have been charged? I don't know the full technicalities as to how he got off, but it may come back to bite him. Because as we've seen with other popular trials similar to this, there's still civil trials to deal with as well. Because now you got the families of the victims that could come after, and you're talking about someone, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he and his mother skip bail at least once when the U.S. Marshals reported to their home to check up on them and they weren't there? And there was no follow-through information as to their whereabouts or how to contact them. Right. So these type of things right there, to me, I'm no legal professional, but just thinking logically, I would say this would bring to question their credibility. and forthrightness of innocence, almost as if he could have been relying on the fact, well, I'm young, I'm white, let me just get off based on that. And not to throw the race card out there, but I'm pretty sure a lot of other people in the nation, and I've seen posts on social media, including white people, are saying the same thing.
Mm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's sad to look at.
Yeah.
And in some communities, they're saying, well, we don't have a dog in this fight. Physically, maybe not, but everyone that's a citizen of this country, we do have a dog in a fight, because what if this case can create a precedent for
Yeah.
other Kyles to come down in the future?
Yeah.
You know, and and in closing, I'll just say this: and
Mm.
watching some of this transpire, it really made me think back to the Zimmerman case.
Mm.
You know, it's like
Mm,
Zimmerman
That's
got on
crazy.
so Kyle can run with it.
Hmm.
You know, so
absolutely.
like I said,
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's been a lot of instances of the stand your ground and all that, and that's kind of what this felt like. It felt, it felt like it turned out the way I thought it would, based on, not to throw the race card around, but this guy being a white young man, and I don't think we would have made it that far. You know what I mean? As far as even getting to court, and letting alone killing two people and wounding a third. I think it would have been a whole different ball game that night on the street. I don't think we
yeah.
would even be talking about this now. And so, but once it got to court, and you saw the somewhat, I call, cronyism. I feel like I'm in a Batman movie. With this, Oh, anyway, but yeah, when I saw the cronyism, what you know, what seemed to me between the defense and the judge, and it's just
Hmm.
seemed just real, just a foregone conclusion that he was going to walk out of there. I mean, he walked out, scot free. I mean, how people do things, like, let's just do the obvious, like, let's just not, let's acquit him on everything. And so, like, it's like stealing in plain sight.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. And so, and that's what they did. And leading up to it, as you saw going into the trial, based on, again, the way the judge was kind of positioning himself and all that, shutting the prosecution down, and just basically almost acting as a defender for the defendant. And so
Exactly.
it was just really weird, man. And so, again, I think it does somewhat. I think it somewhat gives, vigilantism a new birth. You know what I mean? So, this guy went and did it. I can go out the next time I go and do something. I'm going to reference the Rittenhouse case. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I'm going to walk scot free too. So it's just, I think it's a couple step backwards for us. They have protests, up here in the city and all that, and so, people don't get your panties in a bunch too much, because if the way that this thing has been moving, this shouldn't have been, surprising at all. And so it should just be, it's just a further wake up call to, like, make sure that you out there doing the right thing, because if you think that if your situation would be, the same going into that, you're fucking mistaken. You know what I mean? I don't care what Me Too and all this they got going on. You go in with some shit like that, AR walking down the street and all this. Look,
Mm.
you couldn't be any further on the continuum than him and the guy down there that they shot, Arbery and all that. It's just a fucking shame. So anyway, a lot going on in the world, man. But did it surprise me? No. His smug smile in the van leaving out, that even, I think kind of inflamed the situation. And so, I think there are vigilantes on all sides. And I don't want people to get me wrong. I'm not one. I ain't coming after nobody. But eye for an eye these days sometimes. And the courts can't seem to get it right. So he ain't the only one with an AR-15. I don't have any, y'all. So don't come looking at me. I only like half. You know what I'm saying? So, but you go out and you reap what you sow, and so we'll see what happened to him. I wish the families to not to, but condolences, for the lives he took, and for him, we'll see what the next chapter is.
Well, I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. This is white privilege at its best, all capitals. I mean, this ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And when I heard the verdict, I wasn't surprised. I was just tapping in. Not watching the full thing on TV, but I was tapping in, here and there, and just to see the privilege that this that this boy has gotten in the court of law. Like, first of all, your best friend is the judge. I mean, the way the judge was just helping this guy, it's unbelievable. Me as a black person, or black people in this country would never get this privilege this white boy had gotten in courts. I mean, the man picked out his own jury. I mean, where do they do that at? That won't happen here in the Bronx. I'll tell you that if it was me. And then on top of that, he can still watch evidence with the judge and the prosecutor. I mean, this is white privilege. Handprints is all over this. And also it's a slap in the face. This actually really shows how much we live in two Americas. Because if it was me or anybody on this panel, we would have got the book thrown at us on this one.
Yeah.
Crossing state lines, what a rifle. First of all, how old is this man? He's only like 17, 18?
I don't know how
old is this boy?
Was he a minor when he committed the crime? Is that what it is? I don't know all the details of it, but regardless of, even if he was a minor when he committed,
he was 17 years old.
Well, there's
17.
There's an extended jurisdiction or some type of something that they could have tried his ass as an adult, not to be like that, but so again, man, I don't know, they say there was justice, that the court system work. I don't know if it quite works for everybody the same way. So, and
exactly.
I think it's too far gone to kind of, maybe it can be turned around. I don't want to sound hopeless or anything like that, but I'm no counsel or lawyer or anything like that. I would just hate to see, myself or my kind or my kin in a situation like that.
I mean, this thing just it seemed like a bad TV show. It was just like, like I couldn't take it serious. I just thought it was just a bad TV show, and just seeing him on the stand with that fake cry. I know people. Well, I know when a person cries. Okay, when a person's really crying, they really ugly with it, with the tears falling down. You can tell fake tears, because everybody on this panel got kids. So you know when a kid is really hurt, or when a kid is actually playing it all, trying to get what he wants or what she wants. Yeah. This man was on the stand, fake crying, and when the verdict came down, now the acting really started. He act like he's all weak in the knees and stuff like that. Oh, it's disgusting. And this is a slap in the face of the families who have lost a loved one. Justice was not served. In this case, it's a big political case, and they just wanted to show you how we live in two Americas. That's
I mean, man, based on that fucking long, not to be like that. The acting, they the worst fucking actor in the world. I know I'm no actor, but damn, I mean, this guy's the worst fucking actor in the. I mean, get the fuck out of here. I mean, you know what I mean? Seriously, that was just, just based on that, the smugness, the entitledness to sit up and play the court and have the court like, oh man, this is crazy. So how can you how do people really believe that they really can go in and get a fair shot when you go in and see badass B movies like his get Oscar awards and shit by being acquitted and let go and given a ride in a Cherokee where he's showing off fucking 32. You know what I mean? He's a punk, man. That's all it is. So I just can't.
Right. And for Biden to come in and put his 2 cents, just want to add more gasoline onto the fire, saying that he would trial fairly and we should accept what the jury has decision that came up with. Well, like Biden had really showed, he really has showed his true colors.
Yeah, I mean, that's a political move right there. That's what politics is. To fucking sit in the middle. The system works. He has to say that because he's the fucking president. That's the only reason. But he could have, I don't know, but he wouldn't have. So anyway, I ain't even gonna jump into the arena of bullshit.
And they even allowed the feds in this case. The feds could have tapped the phones and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this just for the judge not to allow that to be a part of evidence and stuff like that. It's,
I mean, you
please.
know,
I
getting
mean,
I'm no lawyer either,
it's
man.
a joke.
You know, getting into the details of the law, and does a person have the right to, defend themselves, even though he was there, on foolishly and I don't know, without probable cause and all that. I think him just showing up there and with the gun and all that, there has to be some type of consequences. Otherwise, it really does send the wrong message, especially in these times where there is, oh man, it's just so much going on, man. People getting yucked and stabbed, and, a guy got stabbed on a train at Penn Station last night, just sitting on the fucking train, man, got stabbed in the neck. See what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all heard that shit, but, and
That
like
sounds about right.
people say, hey, yeah, you watch the news too much, but you better watch this shit, because it might be jumping off right in your hood, and you don't know what's going on.
That's
So,
fact.
it ain't watching to be no looky-loo or nothing like that. It's really watching to be informed, because if they walking around and just stabbing motherfuckers in the neck, man, everybody vulnerable. You know what I mean? Because you sitting there and everybody's paying attention, but people are up on you close on the train. You all know that. We train riders. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody was out to do something, malicious to your ass, it really wouldn't take too much to do it. I don't care what you be talking about. Oh, I'd have fucked him up. No, you wouldn't have. You would have just been a victim too. Because when we travel on this thing, we travel in close quarters, y'all, for people who don't ride the train. You know what I mean? You think being on a fucking plane or something, you underground on this motherfucker, and you in close quarters with all kind of motherfuckers from everywhere. See what I'm saying? So how dare you to start talking about your JetBlue experience and all that shit? Go ride the fucking B. Or go ride the fucking A. See what I'm saying? Or go
JetBlue.
ride the D or something like that. Get on out of here, y'all. But that's true talk. You know what I mean? All right, where we
Oh
at?
man.
All right, that's
Speaking of Biden, he had a 2.2 trillion dollar bill, which is a social policy climate bill.
oh yeah.
And this bill actually, let me get it right here.
Mm-mm. Come on, get it right, dude.
So the package includes 400 billion, right, and that goes to the support of children and their families,
Mm-hmm.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
555 billion
Mm-hmm.
is for climate change programs, and 166 billion is in housing aid. Do you think this bill is a waste of time or a waste of money?
Hey, you know what? For me, man, when the infrastructure bill and all that, whether that shit is true or not, again, I don't know about budgets and all that, but I think it's, if the money is allocated and it's out there, then yeah, why not use it, man? I think the world, the United States could use a fucking makeover as far as, bridges, tunnels, and all that. I think we need to, do something with. We need to do something with our rail system, because we still driving these big ass Flintstone box cars and all that. Everybody else, Europe, and Asia, they got the bullet trains and all that. We still got they playing with Legos, we playing with Duplos. You know what I mean? Seriously, man. And so and I think the electric grid needs to be looked at again. You see what I'm saying? I think all this shit needs to be reevaluated, man. Like we think we so technologically advanced and all that shit, but here we are out there, man. Look, every time there's a storm, power go down because we got lines and shit stretched all out over there. Come on, man. There's got to be a fucking better way. You know what I mean? We got Wi-Fi. Why we can't send electricity over? I wish Tesla had to get jumped out there ahead of Edison, because he was talking Wi-Fi way fucking back in the day. You see what I'm saying? And the conspiracy started then, and not to be like that, but that's why we are here paying for shit that's being half delivered, and every time a windy day come along, it's being interrupted. That's bullshit. We focusing our energies in the wrong way, and so hopefully some of this money, man, will be allocated towards some of those things, and I think it will create jobs. But before it start creating jobs, what it's got to do, it's got to educate motherfuckers on like building the platforms and the things to do this, because we really haven't built bridges, and we haven't really built anything like that in a long time. You know what I mean? The things we've been doing, we've been building, have been for like comfort needs, like the air fucking fryer and iPhones and shit like that, and better Crocs and all that shit. We've been building, putting our energy into like bullshit. And so when it comes along to like building bridges and all that, it may even take, people to get out and get skilled, like not like educationally, like academically skilled in that process, but like trade skilled in that, and go to learn about the tools that need to be used in order to make that shit happen. Because if you fuck around and put somebody out there that ain't got the right the right skills and all that to be doing this and building all these things will be crumbling. I don't give a fuck how much money you throw at it. So it's a process, but I think it is a good deal, especially, anything going to families and all that. I hope there's somebody out there kind of watchdogging the money that is going. I'd love to sign up for that. Yeah, I'd love to sign up for that, because a lot of times, money's allocated and it don't really get, put into the right hands or get done, what's promised, it's supposed to be, did with it. And so, yeah, man, I think, they got to, along with putting, all this money in people's hands and shit like that, because I heard about an amount going down to like New Orleans, Big Easy. I ain't trying to throw y'all under the bus and shit like that, but Big Easy, we know Big Easy politics down there. They get corrupt than a motherfucker. I mean, they get body down there. So money get to going everywhere. So anytime you send some money, I think you got to send a special manager with that shit. Somebody looking after that shit, because otherwise things ain't gonna be getting done. And like I say, lastly, to go back to the question, full circle. Yeah, I think it's a great thing. You know what I mean? I hope that we able to see some of it. Like I say, and it won't take long. But if we start putting some energy into bullet trains, a train from L.A. to New York, or from Florida to Miami, or from Miami to New York, shit like that. Like I said, we've been just putting our energy into the wrong thing. And I think, lastly, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. The pandemic, I think, kind of shook everybody. Like, I always use this analogy, and if you've never heard me use it, it's my analogy, not my analogy, but I just always use a fucking analogy. And that's the analogy is to like an Etch-a-Sketch, right? Etch-a-Sketch, everybody know what a fucking Etch-a-Sketch is. You take the little wheels and you draw and you draw and you draw. And that's what we've been doing all this fucking time. I know since I've been alive, my fucking time on this earth was just drawing. The world's just been drawing. And it's fucking convoluted, and it's just the page, the Etch-a-Sketch is just filled. What we need to do is just shake that motherfucker. Shake until the shit clear out. See what I'm saying? And then kind of start fresh. In our case, we ain't got to clear the whole thing out, but we do have to clear some of the shit out that we got going on. And then I think the pandemic really kind of woke people up to really what the fuck we need to be looking at, as far as what's going to get us and our kids to the next level of living. Hopefully somewhat the way we did before this shit hit. Because right now, it's ridiculous with the mask and all that. So, more power to, them allocating the money. Now let's do something, with it. And if it's a motherfucking chance that anybody got a job, because I'm about done with the acronym league. I ain't ready to go yet. I still need my check. But if there's something out there that anybody know that's involved, any type of doing something with that next money, or like watching that shit or making sure people do the right thing with it, I sign up for that job. So anyway, that's me, and that's what I think about that.
Go ahead, man.
Get a little water. You back, man?
Can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you now, yeah. Okay. When you see the mic icon, just reconnect your mic.
No?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Anything now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go.
I'm not against the bill. The one thing I will say is the way it's being portrayed in the media is if this whole thing rests solely on Biden's shoulders, and it doesn't. Not entirely. I feel that not only for him, but even the presidents preceding him, we're going back a couple of decades. All of them could have had a shared responsibility in improving the environment. Not just that, but even this country's infrastructure. Because if you think back, even with World War I and World War II, the U.S. Was instrumental in helping with civil engineering of a lot of places, such as Europe, even with Japan, to help rebuild from the destruction that was caused during those world wars. Now we had issues here in the U.S. as well. We had our civil conflicts. Um, no one reached out to assist with that, and understood it was all internalized. But I'm a firm believer in taking care of home as well. Um, and I say that to say this just as well as the U.S. government was willing to reach out and assist these other countries after a time of conflict, assisting to rebuild their infrastructure. They should have done the same thing when it came to the interference in many other nations. You got Honduras. You have several, when you look at colonialism throughout Africa, even closer to us, down in Haiti, how the U.S. interfered with Haiti. And they tried to interfere with Cuba, but then in our history books, you'll read up on the Bay of Pigs. You see how that turned out. So it's something that's it's good that it's here. It's been a long time coming. Infrastructure is definitely needed. If I'm not mistaken, the state of New Jersey has some of the worst infrastructure in the nation when it comes to bridges and rail lines. There's been certain passageways that they actually had to shut down because it's that unsafe just for freight liners to go through. So that says something about the concern for development of the country as a whole when you have things like that that can handle your commerce, handle your mass people movers, and to allow it to just fall to the wayside like that. Now, could it be that some of these lines are actually maintained by private entities, such as Amtrak or any of the other rail companies? That could be the case. These lines may not be federally owned, but many of them may be federally subsidized, or they know how to stick their hand up when they need assistance from the federal government if they choose to build or
Oh,
anything.
absolutely. Absolutely. No, I agree. I agree, Mac. I mean, yeah, I know Amtrak and all that. But they are the only ones, and I wonder why that is. I mean, everything else and everybody else seem to be so competitive in almost all kind of fields, but they really are the only ones in that business. Maybe it's not a lucrative business, you know what I mean? So maybe we need to, maybe the government need to, get, start thinking. Either getting in that business or even putting more funds for privatization like Amtrak and somebody else, startup or anybody to, kind of help, more develop that, maybe start moving people, more, without the admissions, without all the cars and shit. So I agree. Yeah, they need to start doing something.
I agree with the whole housing thing because you know there are a lot of people who actually need affordable housing and aid. I think the system has to get a little better because the way they do the whole income thing and they're saying that you can make too much money and stuff like that. They have to fix that system because I think Mac was telling me a story, Mac. You were telling me a story but you actually was on the same level with you actually eligible to get an apartment, but the way they actually calculate the things up, now they're saying you make too much money. Am I correct with that, man?
Can you hear me?
Turn- There you go.
Can you hear?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It was that they actually claimed that I made too little to qualify for it, even though
Right.
what I
Yeah.
currently pay is actually more.
That's ridiculous. That doesn't. They have to do better than that with that system because there's a lot of people who out there that everything is going up, all the bills is going up, but our paychecks ain't going up. So something has to something has to give on that issue when it comes to climate change and giving it to the climate change programs and stuff like that. I need to go like deep in depth with that, like because I'm kind of like I'm not saying that climate change doesn't exist and like that. It's clearly because we have the most bipolar weather in the last couple of years, you don't know what to wear outside. And, one day is raining, the next day is like 80 degrees, and the next day is like low 30. Like it's just bipolar weather. So climate change does exist, but it's like, what are you, the money that's going towards these programs? What are you trying to achieve? Because I don't want to make it seem like you're just giving these programs money and it's just burning the money. Just keep the money from themselves. And the guys overhead of these programs is running around Mercedes, the new Mercedes Benz, the 2022 Mercedes Benz and stuff like that, and haven't actually brung any any reports or any work to give to the American people, saying, hey, if we start, this is the blueprint. If we start recycling more and stuff like that. I haven't heard anything about climate change and about these programs actually putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like that. So when it comes to money for the children, yeah, I think we should surely invest in our children. But what are we trying to? What are we investing in? Because I hear like my uncles and my father always talk all the time. When they was growing up and going to school. Especially when they got to high school, they had to learn it. They had like, what do you call it? Like you had to learn a skill.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like,
Trade.
just in case, yeah, trade schools.
Yeah.
So today we need more trade schools.
Yeah, the motherfuckers who they didn't think academically was gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because everybody ain't going to Harvard.
Yeah, that's right. So,
everyone want to go to Harvard.
And that's what I was talking about, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's what I was talking about. Like, the people that, let's not like shun the middle class. The middle class is really what built this motherfucker. And so, let's get these, these places set up, to train these people, because everybody isn't a Harvard or forget Harvard shit. Harvard is a long way. They motherfuckers ain't even make it to community college. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Let's get these people trained, and so they can go ahead and get this infrastructure going and get jobs going and make people a little more happier and make people a little more thriving, because a lot of things that we see these days is because people they don't have, man. A lot of people ain't got, it's motherfuckers it's people in the 70s that was on the streets that had more than motherfuckers who supposed to have things got now. You know what I mean? Seriously, if that make any sense. Because, man, a lot of people are struggling, man. A lot of people are struggling day to day. You know what I mean? They really, really are. And so, I think if the jobs were out there, they would give them to them. I don't even want to start getting into like the damn unemployment and all that. But yeah, I think you got to get people, you got to give people an opportunity to do things, man.
Yeah. I mean, but like engineering or they give some young people coming up who don't want to go to college and don't want to be in debt and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they should bring back trade schools, and that's how you invest in the future. And that's how you can still make good money, still take care of your family and everything. And another thing that we need to start investing in is after school programs, because the issue with the after school programs is not enough funds going into it. So that's why these after school programs, especially here in New York City, it's not it's not being funded. And and if the children or the kids, the teenagers don't have anything to do after school, they're gonna be in the street. So I was growing up, we had after school programs like you could get tutoring, or if you wanted to like play a sport or something like that, you could join a basketball team and you had practice and stuff like that. So we need more after school programs as well, because plus it would give you a relief on the parents as well, because parents work late and stuff like that. They're not home, and the kids be home by themselves, on the PS5 or something like that. So you send them to an after school program, they could get tutored in the areas they need tutoring in and stuff like that, plus do other activities.
Hey man, check this out. I got a Bogart. Check this out, man. Jeff, you said something, man, that really just struck a chord. And I would say something, but I'm going to involve this panel here and something that we're going to do that's right up your alley. Just what you were saying, it all just came to me. So remind me of that. And I got it right here, and I don't want to say it to give it away, but remind me, man, and it's going to be fucking slick. You're going to say, holy shit, you hit it right on. We're going to do it. And it's going to be something we'll be able to thrive in. So anyway, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, man.
Um,
Oh my God. All
next
right.
topic. The CDC endorses the COVID-19 vaccine booster shot for all adults. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Yeah, man. Look, man, I'm all about, going back show after show. You know me. Oh man. Hey, man, I was gonna say Young Thad, right? Everybody know I go by Young Thad. I've been going by Young Thad for a long time. And if y'all know me, y'all know how old I am. You know what I mean? I ain't no young cat, right? I'm 59 years old, right? You should see the 59 shot video to prove it, right? So anyway, I'm 59 years old, man, but I've been calling myself Young Thad for a long time. I ain't even started calling myself Young Thad. They started calling me Young Thad in Inkster, right? Inkster, Michigan. And I'm going to say 72. So for all the Young Thads out there, even the one in the acronym league, but that's kind of his government name is, Thaddeus Young. So, he get away with it, but he got to be called Thaddeus Young, not Young Thad. And so we got to all come up and see, like, who going to be, like, the real Young Thad. You know what I mean? Because I was looking motherfucker up, and it's a rapper called Young Thad, fellas. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like,
That's
you
all.
gotta be, yeah, straight up, you got a couple joints out. He ain't been out since like, 2019, not 2019, like '09 or something like that. So Young Thad, I wish you all the best. Ain't no hate on that. But I know you younger than me, so he gonna have to maybe take Young Thad too. No, but anyway, I might have to go by old Young Thad now. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a motherfucker out there named Young Thad. I've been calling people been calling me that shit for years, and I never knew that. So anyway, right on to the Young Thads.
Go ahead, man.
I'm not. I won't wave the banner for it, but I'm not against it either. I just think, as far as time of researching, uh, for people to be more comfortable, we definitely need more data, other than say, oh, here, take this. It's a little too much
Right.
Alice in Wonderland for my taste. But I understand the
Right.
I
premise.
heard that.
I definitely understand the premise. And I don't want to sound like an anti-vaxxer or anything like that. But for me personally, I'll say I've had uh, people close to me, family members and friends that have become ill with this virus that's been going on during the pandemic,
Yeah, no doubt.
and I've even lost people due to the virus that were fully vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So both sides of that coin, I'm not comfortable with either of them. As far as making this thing sound like it's the best thing since sliced bread without knowing the long-term side effects, especially when it comes to our little children that are still developing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have my reservations with it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have some reservations.
Hey, can I say one thing, man? I was talking about, I kind of got off track there because the video kind of changed, though, man. I kind of got it too off.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I think somebody hit the spotlight button. Hey,
yeah,
Mac,
yeah.
do you have a spotlight button on there? Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I don't
Because
see
it's
spotlight.
because it got the camera for this focus on you. Hold on. Let me
Oh,
take it
man.
off. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me have you back on. All right, there we
Yeah.
go.
All right, sorry about that, man. So
That's
anyway,
my fault. That's my fault.
no. So anyway, yeah. So as far as vaccine or booster, yeah. Anyway, boosters, man. Look, um, I am an older guy, and I did, I grew up in the South, man, where we got all kind of vaccinations. We just did, and did my mother and father know what they were all about? I don't know if they did or not, but they got them. They got them. All of us got them. I came from a big ass family. I didn't know if people were dropping dead like they are, today getting them, and so we just kind of follow suit. And so as I've been going through my years and all that shit, and not to be going into anything blind, as you know, as you get older and you know better, you do better. So you read and you research and all that. And so as the flu shot came along, actually, when that first came along, I'm like, okay, another thing. Usually a vaccination is something that we were taking didn't have to be fucking with anymore. And then the flu shot kind of changed the game. Now it's like, oh, is this thing this strong that I got to keep putting it in my body every year? You know what I mean? Yeah, that kind of lit a light bulb in my head. Like, wow, like really what's going on? So I don't know, but I kind of have to put my faith in them. I got younger ones, and I've seen, especially in this thing that's going on now, that for me numbers don't lie, and I've just seen it catch up with too many people. It's been just too close to home. And so, yeah, I'd have to say that I would be, if I was in the 54th, I'd be fucking carrying the flag for that motherfucker. Not to be like that, but I would, because that's just my experience, you know what I mean? Because I love the 54th. Oh my Lord, 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 Lord.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the flu shot, because last I've read, there's barely any reporting on people contracting the flu or having severe cases of the flu, since the social behaviors behind the pandemic, one wearing the mask and cleanliness, the flu has almost become an afterthought now.
Right.
Mm.
So some of it could be on our society's behavior, hygiene behavior, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I mean, if it's mandated for me to take it, for me to keep working, then I take it. As of right now, I am not taking any more shots. The first thing you recommended for me to get exactly, give me a shot of Henny, say, give me a shot of Cookie Vodka. I ain't taking no another shot. So that's how I feel about that damn booster shot. Like, if it's mandated for me to take it, I take it, because I gotta feed my family. Damn it. Other than that, I ain't taking no more shots. But liquor.
Yeah. They put the mandate on people, man. I mean, they really did. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, and I'm just praying that that fingers crossed that it is in the end all said and good, because we all not drink the Kool-Aid, so but again, numbers.
And we all screwed.
Yeah,
right.
It's all good. Numbers don't lie.
All right, man. We haven't did this one in a while, and this next segment is called "Cut That Shit Out," man. If you're new to the podcast, your young dad, tell them what "Cut That Shit Out" is all about.
Oh man, on the real, man, cut that shit out. Okay, what cut that shit out really is like people that be doing like real kind of like wild shit. You know what I mean? And be doing it like just in plain sight. It's like they do it and they act like it ain't shit. And they just do it repetitively over and over again, and it's something that kind of fucks with you, like a pet peeve. A lot of shit don't bother me, man. You gotta be Teflon, but that's the shit we just have to tell the people, man. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. So that's what that's about. And that said, I heard that I don't know. I hope I ain't still in the thunder. But Jeff, you gonna wrap up? You gonna talk about the guy who did the song that kind of
yeah. So the song that we play, the song that we play for "Cut That Shit Out" is called "Cut It" by Young Dolph. As you know, he got killed last week.
Oh,
yeah, I don't have it on cue, but so let me try to get this for you.
So go ahead. He got killed this week, right?
Yeah, he got killed this week. He got shot up in his hometown. And everybody community said that everybody community loved him, and you know how it is. A lot of people are jealous, and you're doing positive thing for your community, and everybody felt like they're entitled just because they know you. Everybody felt like they're entitled something from you just because you're famous.
Right.
So I don't know what situation it was, but more information is coming out on Dolph. But yeah, so every time we play "Cut That Shit Out," every time we actually get to that segment, we play the song "Cut It" by Young Dolph. You got to cut it. Yeah.
I can't believe that. Was that his only jam? Did he have other songs?
No, he had many more. But that was one of his big joints.
And what was his name?
But yeah,
I gotta get that. I'm gonna download that on iTunes.
Young Dolph.
Young who?
I text it to you. Young
Okay.
Dolph. I seen the link. Yeah.
See, there goes another Young. I wonder if also like Young Thad. I wonder if all the Youngs get together too in the rap world. Young this, Young that. Fucking Young Money, Young this, Young that.
Everything is young and little now.
Yeah,
Like
little.
everybody
You know,
like
yeah,
little
everybody little.
Bootsy and
Yeah. I wonder who the first Young. That's what they should have. They should have an original Little and an original Young and all that shit. I get in that conversation. I'm old enough.
Oh man.
All right, what we got? We got to cut it. So,
let me go for let me go first on this one. Let me go first. You know, the last couple of days, you know, I've been noticing, you know, no homeless people and stuff like that. You know, it came to my mind that, you know, here in America, we got the most spoiled homeless people in the world. Like this bougie homeless people. Because, you know, you be going to like I walk past this Catholic church on Madison, right? And they be giving out food and stuff like that. And you know, just walking past hearing people conversations and stuff like that. We got some bougie homeless people. You know, you crying that you hungry, right? So you finally get the food. You get the food. You open it like, I don't want this shit. I wanted this. Like you homeless. You have no other options.
Oh, that ain't what they want.
Yeah. And on the train station, if they don't like what they being served, they throw the shit like either on the ground or they throw the shit on the tracks.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, yo, why are you wasting food like that? And there was another homeless guy, right? There was a homeless guy. He was asking for money, right? So this lady walked past him. He said, "Excuse me, miss, do you have anything to eat?" So the lady pulled out a breakfast sandwich. So it was a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, right? He gonna say, "Oh, I'm Muslim. I can't eat that." Like, what you asking for food? Like, but you act like you can't. You act like you can't take the damn bacon off and just eat the egg and cheese. Like, if you're really starving, I mean, God will forgive you. You know, He knows that you're starving. But just because it had bacon on it, you know, you say, "Oh, I can't eat this." But he took it though. But this is the bougie homelessness, then, and they didn't cut that shit out.
Wow.
Yeah, if you
Talking about a Muslim can't eat it, but he probably hasn't performed spot for like years. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, don't look
Bougie homeless
right?
people
Yeah,
in America.
Source,
Yep.
right? Yeah. What you got, Mac? I don't know.
For me, I mean, it's been kind of tame for a while, but now with the temperatures getting lower, and my last comment, left on hygiene, I'm gonna hop right back on that train. These people getting on the subway trains, armpits smelling like onion patches. I mean, I get
like Funyuns.
Hanging over you while you're on.
Funyuns, man, it's getting bad. I mean, to the point I'm wearing a mask and I'm getting teary-eyed on the train, and everybody's being held hostage by the funk. You even move to the next car, think you're getting away from it, and the person gets sick, and they go into the next car like they know they're offending your senses. But you can get some people out there, they just want to be assholes for the day. I get that. And if this wasn't someone, they weren't some, I guess you could say, transient or homeless. They look like they have a roof over their head with a bathroom and running water. So this woman just chose that day to walk out the house being stank. Not stink, but stank. STANK exclamation. No.
All capitals.
Indeed.
Oh man, go ahead. Oh wait, I got one more. Ladies, it's not time yet for them Uggs. It's not time yet. Okay, I know the weather is getting a little cold. It's not time to put them on yet, ladies. Do not put your Uggs on. Your Uggs on, please.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead.
Please get the waterproof spray, the suede cleaner.
Oh,
Just take care of them. Walking around looking like crusty Ewok feet. I mean, it ain't a good look.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. I don't know, man. You know, I've been,
All right, that's fine.
I've been in a good space lately, man. So really, a lot really ain't been fucking with me. I mean, to tell the truth, I was really trying to see in my mind's eye, you know, what really been fucking with me, and really a lot ain't really been fucking with me. I'm trying to see. I don't know. Things have been real good with me, man. I really have.
Oh yeah. Come on, you gotta get that MTA moment or something. And I know a lot of another. I got one for MTA.
What you
First of all, stop lying that you clean subways every day
Oh,
because every time I come in the same, they be acting. You know how they like leave the message and shit that they clean the subways every day.
Oh,
They don't clean the subways every day because you be walking past the same vomit and shit and the same potato chip bags. Every time I come in the subway, I see the same shit. They don't clean the subway, so they need to lie to the public
man. Okay, man.
because it's a pandemic.
Okay, I do have one thing though, and I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know if it's like the supply chain or what the fuck is going on. You know, but food is starting to cost a lot more, right? So I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm down with, you know, I gotta eat, and you know, family gotta eat and all that shit. So I'm down with paying for, you know, for food and all that. But man, we was ordering some burgers and shit the other day, and a motherfucker had motherfucker had like, you know, getting all the what the toppings and all that, and now they're trying to charge they're trying to put the lettuce and tomato a la carte. The tomato was $1. I was like, what? What the fuck is going on? When was the last time you paid for tomatoes?
What?
Straight up, man.
Wow.
That's supposed to come with the, they do. That's like tires. They come with the car. You know what I mean?
They charge you for a tomato, a slice of tomato. How much they charge? Like 25 cents. For extra slice of tomatoes.
No, extra slice your ass. It was just the regular.
No, it was just to add one tomato onto you. Come on, man.
This one tomato.
Yeah, like one tomato.
This one tomato.
Like one
No, not even a tomato.
It wasn't in the box. Like, you know, it wasn't like factory built. Like, put it like that.
Oh,
you
my
know
God.
You know how your shit come factory built, lettuce, tomato, pickle. That come with the shit. With the combo, you get the fries. But with this motherfucker, hell no. It was lettuce, onion, and then it was lettuce, onion, cheese was added on, obviously, and tomato was added on $1 for the first time ever.
That's crazy.
What? I said, damn. So I was doing seamless. So I called the motherfucker. I said, so I'm trying to place a seamless order. Like, yeah. I said, you see it? They like, yeah. I said, but why did I have to pay $1 for tomatoes? She like, oh, like supply lines and shit. I'm like, what? For tomato? So now, next thing you know, we're going to be paying for each one of our shit. We're going to be paying for the burger, and we're going to be paying separately for the tomato, the lettuce, and watch and see. I ain't bullshit.
Oh, we just gotta get the bun and the patty, and then whatever we want to add on to it, that we gotta pay for $1 each.
That's what's coming into your fucking section. Watch and see. They start now
this is gonna make people start cooking at home more. Get that little at-home grill. Get your Instapot.
You got to get that
Get your ninja. Get your ninja.
Trust me, man. I paid $4 because everybody wanted a slice. I was like, for real? I was like, who want tomato? Everybody like, everybody. I was like, damn. That was an extra fucking $4. That's crazy. Come on,
ordering lunch and you gotta pitch in the condom.
When I'm saying that they gotta cut that shit out right now because next thing you know it's gonna be the lettuce will be 50 cents. Then you'll be paying a quarter for a pickle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I wanted to order some ramen one night on my way home.
Crazy, man.
To this spot Midtown I usually go to. And I know the ramen, it's only gonna run me maybe like $11. I put everything in I put everything through the app, and I said for pickup. Man, the service charges was damn near as much as the meal. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And you picking it up.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you're dining in or nothing like that, right?
Shit, they ain't bring that shit to you.
Another restaurant I need to cut that shit out. Subways. Yeah. I heard the news on y'all tuna fish. Like, come on, man. How you gonna have pork and all that shit in tuna fish, man?
Oh man.
Like a pork chicken and beef all in the fucking tuna. Like, what is going on with Subways, man?
Not even
how you mix up tuna?
And you know what though? After they came out, man, that's when I know that was I had heard a little while ago something like that, and I had heard that their bread was so sweet it qualified as cake. I mean, I don't know. don't know if that was like doing a national requirement shit like that, you know.
No, you're right. And I heard another thing.
Come up fucking 6 inch last just like a fucking pound.
It's true.
Wow.
And I heard another thing about Subways about their bread, right? They said that it's a certain thing that they put in their bread that actually matches the same material you use for like a yoga mat.
Yeah, I've
So
heard
they
of
put that in their bread.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man! Like, I can't fuck with Subway. Now I gotta just go to the Ox and just get a sandwich, man. Like, I can't do Subways no more.
Yeah, that's fucked
It's
up.
like when they analyze McDonald's French fries, like McDonald's and a few other food chains. How can you mess up a French fry? It's just a potato. McDonald's French fries were analyzed and found that 40% of the content isn't even a potato.
Oh man!
Potato. What they got in there? Some filling, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
What's up with that?
How you how you mess up French fries and tuna?
Well,
Like you can't get a big ass can of tuna from the supermarket and just make the tuna fresh.
man, if you
How you add chicken, pork, and all that shit and say it's tuna, like, and serve people that shit? Like, come on, man.
and you know what Soylent Green is?
Yeah, I remember that show. I remember that.
That's what we're gonna be eating too. Soylent
Yo,
Green.
and funny you say that because I was shopping one day and there's a protein shake on the shelf called Soylent Milk because it's made with soy milk. But when I saw that name, I specifically remembered that movie from back in the day. I was like, it's gonna start.
Soylent Green, right? Soylent Green. If you don't know
We're
what
getting
it
there.
is, I say Soylent Green and just a Charleston Heston, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go look that up, y'all, and get ready to find out that you like your neighbor more than you think you do.
How you say that? It was a very dystopian type movie.
Yes.
Right.
Another one that kind of speaks to the way society is going with ageism. Sci-fi movie that was out back in the day called Logan's Run.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh man.
Yeah, that still come on them old school channels, like all the old TV shows and shit. Yeah, I still come on.
Man,
Yeah, think of that. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know who it is. I think it's either DJ Quick. I got to go back. It's either DJ Quick or maybe a Tribe. Man, they got one of the hell of a references to a tribe called Logan. Yeah, I mean, not a Tribe called Logan, but Logan. Yeah, Logan's Run. Anybody know that? And any hip hop listening, they know that metaphor from anywhere. Oh man.
Yeah, put that in the comments if you know what song that's talking about. Put that in the comments.
We on the word like Logan. We on the run like Logan. He says. I don't know what it is. Oh man, that's fucking doper than dope, man. Damn, doper than dope. Okay, that is.
Yeah, man, I was saying, man, cut that shit out. Drop a saucy mom on that one. Most definitely.
All
right, man. So we on to our next topic.
You know, Brown.
Jada Pinkett Smith been in the news lately. Actually, her husband has actually dropped a book. Shout out to Will Smith. But she been in the news lately, just making comments about their marriage and how she feel like Will messed up the marriage, and how Will wasn't like sexually satisfying her in marriage. And it doesn't make it seem like Jada Pinkett is like she's just like trying to find every little thing to blame Will for. And well, I just want to get your guys' opinion on Jada Pinkett Smith. Do you think that she's like, what's the whole point to be married to Will Smith? If this man, all right, you claim this man messed with marriage, right? This man has cheated on you. You claim that y'all cheated. You have an open relationship, and you actually come out publicly and actually say that. Actually, really putting him down, saying that he's not satisfying me sexually, and making all these comments about your husband. Like, what is wrong with Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah, it's maybe she's having an entanglement of the mind right now. Not for nothing.
Wow, certainly turn.
We don't know what's going on behind closed doors with him, but on the real, marriage, whether it's falling in, falling out, don't put your significant other on blast publicly like that. Discuss it behind closed doors because that's where that type of business should stay. And if she feels that type of way about him, maybe it's because, and this is just my opinion, maybe because she still is infatuated with Tupac.
Ooh, get him, Mac. Say more, Mac. Tell us
You
about that
know,
shit.
and so
Tell
here it
everybody
is. You
about it.
got Will. Yeah, you got Will, the guy that he is. How can you ever try to measure up to a fantasy infatuation someone has of someone that's not even on in this realm no more?
Mm,
There's no
All
satisfying
right.
that.
mm,
And her
Absolutely.
so-called
Yeah.
entanglements that and I believe what we've been exposed to, what was that, like a year or two ago, that might be the one that slipped up and became public,
mm.
Mm,
you know
absolutely.
because there may be some others out there that could have occurred with some more mature men that just had sense of mind enough to say, you know what, I got my little taste. Let me just keep it to myself or just talk about it with a few of my close boys and everything's everything.
Mm.
You know.
Mm,
But
Yeah.
if she's
right.
that unsatisfied, ain't nothing but a trip to the courthouse and filing some documents. Go about your way. Go live on your ranch. The kids are grown.
Mm.
Live your
Right.
best. You want to live that 304 life? Go ahead and live it. Nobody's stopping you. You're a grown woman.
Mm.
On some of her other things, she even mentioned to having an addiction to porn or some mild sex addiction. Maybe that never truly got healed in her.
Mm.
Which is fine. She could
Mm,
address that. She could have addressed that with her man, her husband. Let
Mm.
him know what he was truly getting into and if he wanted to accept that. But then just to put him out here on
Mm.
blast like that, not just him physically, but his namesake, his brand, his pride as being a husband and a father. You gonna just give that body shots and think everybody is supposed to just give you a warm, cuddly hug because you did that? No, I'm pretty sure there's even some women out here that feel some type of way about the way she went about that. That keep that at home. You don't love the man no more. You've fallen out of love with the man. No problem. Let it be said. Split mutually. Go your separate ways. Let him enjoy his time on earth. Find someone that can truly appreciate him, and she can do the same. That's all to it.
Man, on the real, holy shit. On the real, I really don't know, I don't even know what comments, she made, but based on what you said, Mac, my thoughts are that, I think, if sometimes when you meet people, and they have, that impact on you as Pac had on her, and then sometimes you do park your love at that person, and especially after they're gone, and she could never replicate that, and even as large as Will is, he's not Pac, and so that, and that's in the core of the person, though, you know what I mean, and so her doing what she, did recently is actually her just hurting because she, she's hurting because she couldn't love Will the way she wanted to because he wasn't Pac, and so it was never going to happen. It was going to be not a eternal love. It was going to be a love that had a limit because going into it, he wasn't who she thought he was. I mean, not who she thought he was, but he wasn't the person that she wanted him to be. And so that said, she hurt him now, and so misery loves company, and so she, it's not that she wants to hurt him. She actually she don't want him. She just don't want anybody else to have him. You know what I mean? So and so
mm,
you see what I'm saying? That's what it is now. So she couldn't do whatever. She couldn't you know satisfy him all the way, and so now she makes up things and she talks about things and she disparages him, and so now she knows that he Will could probably just walk on out, and he'll be okay, but it's her that's going to be hurt. And so listen, Jada, that's just my take on that. I love you too. Shit, on the real, bring us on the fucking red table, man. We'll talk about all this. We'll open up a whole bunch of shit because I too have also and it's and just because you live a certain have a certain uh, number of zeros behind your bank account don't mean that you don't go through the same shit as people that don't have any. You see what I'm saying? So if you really want to get down and talk to some people about it, come and talk to us over here at Saucy Conversation. Hit up Young Thad, Jeffrey Mack, and we'll really get to rapping about some shit. But on the real, yeah, I think that's kind of fucked up that you do that. I think you keep those body shots. Mac, I love that shit. Can you coin that body shot? You keep that shit behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? And
Because for me, I say this because I've been there with somebody that I deeply cared for. It's nothing worse for a man than having your manhood challenged and put out there like that than for it to be done by the woman that you love and trusted.
Yeah.
That right there, that's a line when that gets crossed, things are never the same. Not for me.
No, it is. It's fucked up, man. It really is. It really does cross a line because, going into it, there is a truce or understanding that, you have that, we will do the best we can up until the end. And when the end gets there, you have to amicably fucking go. There's no hurt. We can't be hurting each other and shit like that. If there's nothing left, then just go. You see what I'm saying? Maybe we can salvage a fucking friendship. We living high on the fucking hog already. We got everything we want for nothing, materialistically and all that. So let's just, put this in between us. Shit, who knows, if there are some things that are unsatisfied sexually, then this is the time to bring it out. There's nothing else left to fucking hide. Pull off the covers, you know what I mean? After the pandemic hit, there's nothing else. Money, you can't hide from no fucking thing now. Everybody should come out the closet with any fucking thing you got going on because tomorrow really isn't promised, man. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers that, caught that cold, thought they was going to wake up. They went in the hospital and never came home. You know what I mean? We've all seen people, know people, heard of people and all that shit. So it's just a trip, man, how I hope that they can put this behind them, because they really have lived a pleasured life, a fucking privileged life, and one that I would love to even have a quarter of. You know what I mean? I don't need much. I don't need half of fucking anything. I need the bedroom. I need the guest house. I need to be fucking Cato in the back. You know what I mean? I don't need all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So enjoy yourself and live your life uninhibited, and whether it is, all right, bump, motherfucker. But whatever you got to do, live your life, but don't throw your people under the bus like that. That's really not cool. And so for people to come in and take shots at you for doing that to him, regardless of what they did, that's fucked up. Even if he had did some shit to you, two wrongs don't make a right. You know me and Jada. So yeah, that. Be a bigger woman with your bad ass. I love her with her hazel eyes and little thin ass. I ain't gonna say I tap that ass anyway. I ain't saying that. Oh, so anyway, that's my take on it, man. And yeah. OTD, young man. No, that's it.
Yeah, man. I just think Jada is very. She's like that modern day woman that you just not happy, and you just can't make her happy. I don't want to say all women are like that, but it comes to seeing when I come across, they just never satisfied. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to show more of this. You need to show more of that. And when you do it, they keep moving the damn goalpost. Women are never satisfied. They're never satisfied.
Well,
I don't care how much money you have.
You might get some calls on that one. You could get some calls.
Well, then call me. And if any woman that feel otherwise, you're more than welcome to come on the show and actually express how you feel. Because y'all never satisfied. I'm just putting it out there. Hit me up, please. Because it just make it seem like whatever you do is like it's not enough. They always want more, regardless. Am I wrong?
So yeah, man. Look, it's a trip. Relationships are tough, man. It really is. Relationships are tough. As a commoner, and believe me, I'm about as common as they come. You know what I mean? And so, for people who got money or in the spotlight, I'm sure it's got to be tough. I ain't feeling sorry for your ass because you like that.
Nah, she has her own bag. She has her own money before she got married.
I know.
She was already making millions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, why not leave if you're not happy? Like,
You know, I got put Jada, man. Jada. I mean, seriously, I bullshit her and Will.
don't get me wrong, I love his peaches. I love his peaches. If you ever seen Low Down There in the Chain, that's one of my favorite movies. And she played Miss Peaches very well. I love Jada Pinkett Smith. Don't get me wrong, but shit,
Yeah,
you're difficult.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Oh man.
Don't do it. Oh.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. The last topic for the show. So another rapper is in the news. His name is. What's up?
I think I cut myself off. What happened?
Put it back on already. Turn it back around. Dad. You got to aim at your feet. Turn the camera around.
I do that, Jeff. Oh man, I fucked up.
Turn the camera.
I can't see how to do it. When I hit. Back
You know how it should.
front camera.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
gosh. Oh, there you go. I have to take a trip down.
Yeah. Yeah. So this rapper, the baby, is in the news.
The baby.
Yeah. So he was in the news. Actually, he went live. He had a domestic violence issue with his which he's claiming that his side chick, which is another artist, it's an R&B artist. Her name is Denalay, if I'm pronouncing that right. But he put it on live. They was arguing on live, and then a few hours later, actually he presses charges on his baby mama, who just had a baby by him. And what do you guys think? What did he do the right thing? Actually recording it, and everything.
No, me first.
Because go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jeff. Finish up. I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say no. Did he do the? Because when you hit domestic violence, the first person coming to your mind is a man hitting a woman, but this is the total opposite. So usually when guys are in that position, right, they usually get teased. Like, oh, you're a bitch or something like that. They manhoods get challenged. Why did you do that? Like, well, what do you want me to do? If I hit her, then I'm the biggest scum on the face of the earth. And if I actually record her hitting me and pressure charges on her, then I'm a bitch now. Like, you can't win both ways. But I just want to get your guys' opinion on that situation. And did he do the right thing?
Man, I was just gonna say, man, some of this shit is just, I was just gonna say that shit is some dumb shit. Not to be like that. You shouldn't be hitting a fucking woman. Or whatever the case is, man, but with all these celebrities and all this fucking drama, man, there's too much bullshit going on with that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing I was talking offline with everybody, because, man, this shit just not got all wild, man, where people doing crazy shit. I don't know if people doing things just to get looks or likes or publicity or, what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? I really, really don't. I don't know how genuine it is with anybody these days. And, as far as the music industry and all that, I don't mean to be like that, but half of this shit is just like, I can't even fuck with. Not to be like that, excuse my language. It's just, I can't even. I saw the American Music Awards coming up. I think Nicki's hosting, and God bless them and good luck. You know what I mean? Music just ain't what it used to be. I'm sour grapes now, because there are no more bands. I know no more like funk bands. Our bands, they're still boy bands. That's boy bands. What the fuck is a boy band? That's just it's just crazy, man. So anyway, I don't put much stock into that. As far as what he did, I really don't follow that as much. But as far as hitting women and all that shit, but shouldn't be doing any dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? That's just kind of...
No, he didn't hit her. She was hitting him. She was hitting him.
Oh, she was hitting him?
According to reports, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So well, you know what? He should be leaving his ass, man. I'm going to tell you, I got a daughter. And I'm going to tell you, a motherfucker, man or woman, they hit you once, you leave them motherfuckers right there and there. Because if they hit you once, they'll hit your ass again. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I buy you roses. I'll take your ass to... I'll take you to wherever. Nah, man, if a motherfucker hit you one time, really like hit you in the heat of anger or some shit like that, no, that ain't the way you express yourself. You know what I mean? You use your words. So if you are that unhinged that you have to reach out and you uncontrolled that you have to physically hit me, that's your ass. Because if I went for it one time, it may not happen again for years, but the next time it might be a fucking knife. But I know you have the capability of doing that shit. I saw a thing with Larry David the other night, and I saw a thing with Larry David, and he had saw a girl drop a fucking pirate booty, and she didn't pick it up. And he went back and told the guy, like, hey man, I saw your girl, and she didn't pick up a pirate booty. And topically, that ain't shit. So what? Motherfucker, people drop pirate booty and all kind of shit all the time. But in his case, it was an integrity issue. You see what I'm saying? And so that kind of shows him that kind of told him about her moral compass. Like, she kind of entitled to think, fuck, I could drop that and not even not even pick it up. You know what I mean? And so it was kind of funny, ha. But that's the kind of way shit is. You know what I mean? So. Anyway, man, I don't put a lot of stock into, all that, man. But, yeah, if motherfucker hits you once, I would be leaving her ass. That's just all that is. I don't care. Arrangements, I hope you got your own cash. We got a baby together. I pay you. I'd make the arrangements and all that. But you ain't putting your fucking hands on me. And I know if I ever put my hands on you, then I know that I don't respect you enough that I can use my words and talk to you, and we can work that out. So if I did it one time, and regardless of what the situation was that made me do it, I know I could do it again, and I don't want to be in that situation. So no, hell no. Yeah, I think he did the right thing by calling on her ass, and I would be on my way out the door, packing up and leaving.
Yeah. I'm not mad at the baby for the way he went about recording it. I think it was IG Live. He did the right thing to protect himself in that situation by generating some type of graphic that can be held on public record. Then also, depending on the amount of followers that he has, you figure, let's say for the sake of argument, he has 150,000 followers on IG. And even 30% of those people witnessed it. That's several thousand witnesses he has to Danny Lay abusing him in his own home.
Yeah.
And most likely when the cops showed up, they probably viewed him as the man initially. They have a bias thinking that the man is the aggressor, not necessarily the victim.
Right.
Right. It's
Absolutely.
It's getting to the point now where for men, our interaction with women, we have to think more rationally about it. Can't just go out there chasing skirts. Just you look at the figure, they smell nice, blah blah blah. Now, men, brothers out here, you have to be more rational about how you interact or pursue women.
That's true.
Because certain things over the past few years, it's almost as if masculinity, men being men, has become villainized, as if it's the new curse word. But yet, they've taken femininity and weaponized it, even though many of them are showing more masculine traits. They're acting more like men, but they want to fall back on that physical guise of fall under the umbrella of being feminine, being a woman. But yet they've weaponized it in a manner that they manipulate it socially. Like, oh, I'm a girl, I'm supposed to get this. No. And for all it's worth, they may say, oh, it's a patriarchal society, the government's patriarchal just because of the people that have been appointed. But when you think about this society on the larger scope and practice, many of the things that I've experienced really cater towards women. Normally, as young boys, we grow up, we're taught, you see a woman going through something, be polite enough to hold the door open for her. Let the woman go first. Don't hit a girl. Young boys are groomed. This is drilled into our heads. But on the flip side, you don't hear too much of young girls being taught, if you have a man that you care for, be a compassionate ear. If you have a man in your household, he's had a long day and he's hungry, fix him a sandwich. Hell, even a bowl of Fruit Loops could help. Those lessons aren't that routinely being taught on the female side, even in the courtrooms. There's a gender bias in family court. Everybody's supposed to be equal under the letter of the law, but we know in how that law is then practiced in the courtroom, there's a heavy gender bias that leans towards the woman that's involved. For a man to seek fairness, it's like he has to become an Olympic competitor to receive fairness in family court. But yet they'll turn around and say, "Oh, it's all on men. Men do this, men do," when everything really caters towards women. Even with men, the way we go about courtship, dating, we try to impress the woman. We try to work overtime so we can afford the date, so we can afford to wear a certain outfit to impress said female. That we may go out our way, maybe even go broke, to have jewelry to impress said female, to have the car that could attract said female. It's like you look in nature, like peacocks and lions. The peacock, usually it's the peacock with the biggest, most colorful tail feathers that attract the higher volume of female mates. Just like the lion in the jungle, the lions have that big mane of hair. He'll be looked at like, oh, he might be a protector. The females will look at that and be like, oh, he has a big mane. Let me give him some attention. And we as men, we go through the same thing, and that's not to dismiss any of the wrongs that befall women, but men, we go through it too. And a lot of times you hear some women, they say it jokingly, but they mean it wholeheartedly, where they believe men don't have feelings. You know, and I've been told that by older women, that these young ladies out here don't believe you have a heart. They just treat you like you're an instrument to be used. Like all I'm supposed to do is wake up in the morning, go to work, earn money, cut them off with money for doing no effort whatsoever, and then roll over and die when the time has come and leave whatever assets I have to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I tell you.
When it comes to the whole baby situation, he did the right thing. I agree with everybody on this on the panel. Fellas out there, protect yourself now, because you already know the odds are already against you once you step in that courtroom, like Matt just addressed. And you are not a bitch ass motherfucker if you actually report your woman putting hands on you. You're doing the right thing. And we need a movement out here. Don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you.
Indeed. Because you got men
my grandma told me that
lost their lives. Wasn't it just a few months ago? The couple, I believe the girlfriend threw her cell phone at the boyfriend. It struck him in the head and he died in the hospital hours later.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yep.
That's sad.
Yeah, man. You got to protect yourself out there, man. And my grandmother always told me that there's always a reason to hit someone. Just don't do it. Unless you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Exactly, man. I'm gonna tell you that's on the real. Like I say, man, you know, I gotta say, I ain't never in my motherfucking life hit a woman, not like that, unless that motherfucker hit me. I think I have hit one once before, and I think I motherfucker might. It was a reaction thing, but I ain't never, you know, seriously. But no.
Not purposely. It's a reaction. When there's an action, there's a reaction. So. Yeah. You're not just gonna just stand there and throw hot grits on me. I ain't Al Green.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get the hell out of there. But if you have somebody at the door, if you have your woman at the door, she locked down the door, everything, put everything on lockdown, and she had 2 frying pans in her hand. What are you gonna do? You can't leave the apartment. You ain't jumping the window.
Yeah,
you gotta do the best you can to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because one swing, get in your life.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation, man. You really don't.
No, it's not a good feeling at all. It's not a good feeling at all. It's a very toxic situation. Yeah. You know, just do your best. Go lock yourself in the bathroom, hide under the bed, do something. get in the closet, do something.
Yeah, because you're going to jail.
Get on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on your phone and call somebody to come get you.
You could be cut up. The motherfucker coming there and cut up, leave, knifing you. They like still handcuffing your ass, taking you out. Like
exactly, because the odds is already against you.
Yeah, it really
like,
is on that tip, though. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
is there any other topic you guys would like to touch on before we get out of here?
Man, I want to touch on one quick thing, man. Like, you know, the government, man. The government is a motherfucker with like, you know, student loans and shit, right? And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? So, you know, man, everybody is, you know, they've had everybody on a hiatus, you know, with student loans and shit like this. And so, you know, the people that I'm helping to pay back and reimburse and all that, it's like, you know, we've been good because, you know, haven't been any payments and all that. But, you know, after a while, it's got to be, they got to take your shit off the books, man. You shouldn't have to owe for a while. Like, it's got to be that Etch-a-Sketch type thing. You know, they got to be able to forgive
right.
for something, because they really aren't going to ever get the money back, you know, not like that. And so, I you know, it's kind of a bigger issue that we need to talk about as far as secondary education and shit. You know, because we shouldn't be paying as much money to go to school, to begin with. So anyway, I think they need to cut that shit out and start to look at that process to, kind of get a new system and a new way of trying to help people, you know, get educated after high school and all that.
Agreed.
All right. Yeah, I agree. So just get everybody on IG or Facebook where they can find you guys.
Man, you can find me right here, man. I'm not all over. You can find me right here behind my yellow wall. Find me with Jeff. If you find Jeff, it's like finding Waldo. I'm right next to him. But yeah, it's a fucking pleasure being here. Always a pleasure kicking it with the fellas, Money Mac. You see what I'm saying? Man, Jeff, I wish the First Lady of Saucy Conversation could have been here, Miss Bernice, but on the next one, I want to just give a shout out to everybody, man, for everybody watching and all that. I know when we first came on, I think I had the crazy droop neck collar on. You know, I wasn't camera ready, but shout out to everybody, man. All boroughs, for real. Shout out to Inktown. Shout out to East Coast, Long Beach, you know, EC. Shout out to motherfuckers in China, Japan, anybody watching all over, man. Acronym League coming to Cleveland soon. Yeah, just hope everybody are well and, you know, happy holidays and stay healthy.
I'm on my podcast.
Right? See you on the next one.
Yes, indeed. Everybody enjoy your holiday season, your rum punch, your coquito, your cremas, your sorrel punch. Just get it in, be happy, be merry, enjoy time with your friends and family. All asleep, pass out on the couch. Just make sure you keep your pants up. You know what I mean?
Hey, friend in Paris. People are France. What's up, Paris?
All right, peace.
Peace, everybody. What Jeff got to say? Sign off. Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go open the door for my big mama. Shout out to that and to Mac being on the show today. Shout out to Bernice, man. Shout out to the whole Saucy Nation. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, turn on notifications, and you will get an alert when we drop new episodes. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Holistic Remedies. Don't forget to use that promo code 10% off HRMeSaucy. Follow me at smacks_thegeneral1. My Facebook and other Instagram page got hacked, so make sure you follow my new page. And don't forget to get some fishing merch. Hats on sale. Hit me up in the DM. $25. Also, we got t-shirts, hoodies, and everything. Socks. Teespring.com. All right. The link is in our bio. We're seeing to all the platforms we're on, all the merchandise and everything. So we appreciate everybody for joining today. If you didn't actually join on the live broadcast, we appreciate you for rewatching, and also we appreciate you guys for listening at home. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love.
We out of here.
Happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. All right, Jeff.